All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers back with another video. And in today's video, we are once again going to be talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers training camp. So if you guys are Steelers fans or you enjoy NFL content in general, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Shout out to the people who have subscribed already. And shout out to the future subscribers, man. Also, let's get a shout out to the members. And, not to self-promote, man, but if you do want to support the channel and become a member, I would really appreciate it as we are growing, man. We are pushing 700 subscribers. I love all of you guys. And so once again, if you guys want to support me even more, be sure to hit that join button. But anyway, now to the business at hand, man. We got to talk about Russell Wilson, bro, because I'm not going to lie, depending on how I title this, you guys are going to see it and be like, oh, he's stirring up the narrative. He's creating something out of nothing. But it is now what, like day 3 or 4 of the training camp, and Russell Wilson has still not practiced due to injury. And not that I don't have hope for him to recover, because of course, like I don't think the injury is crazy. We have some footage up here too, I'll get in a second, of him like just throwing the ball around. He's just, not fully padded up, not fully cleated up because of the injury. And so Justin Fields has been the guy who's been our quarterback one, who's getting the first string reps. And like I said, it's been, 3 or 4 days without Russell Wilson. And like, it's funny coming from me, man. If you guys have been watching the channel for a little bit, I've been saying like, yo, Russell Wilson is our guy this year. Russell Wilson is our guy this year. Russell Wilson is our guy this year. We don't need to create this quarterback controversy. And that's not what I'm trying to do. However, we got to be honest, man. This is the quarterback position. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is Russell Wilson. This is Justin Fields. This is important, man, especially, too, because we are in a new offensive system. We are in a new, hopefully, era with Arthur Smith, with, an actual real offense, an offense from the 2020s, an offense that's not ran by Matt Canada and Kenny Pickett and Mitch Trubisky and whatnot. Justin Fields has been getting like a familiarity with the team. He's been getting those first team reps. And I'm not going to lie, based on what I've seen, man, he's been killing shit. And like Russell Wilson, of course, we know maybe at this point in life he is the better quarterback. But it's like, is he, man? Is he, man? Because I love seeing Justin Fields out there in that number 2. Now, of course, in all seriousness, I don't think we need to be actually concerned about Russell Wilson. I don't think we actually need to have this controversy happening. But it is an important story, like I mentioned. And so, yeah, he's been out. He's been training really hard. I guess he hurt himself in practice. We talked about him pulling a sled, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or something like that. We talked about it, and he like fucked up his hamstring. It is what it is, man. And like I said, like, we are blessed. Like, hold on, let's take a second, really. Let's think about what we have in our lives right now. Like, if we have a roof over your head, if you have food in the kitchen, if you have a kitchen, if you have a door to block out the noise, you know what I'm saying? Like, we should all be blessed. I'm blessed to have 686 at this moment strong subscribers. Like, we are all blessed. And now, more importantly, like more important than a roof over your head, the Pittsburgh Steelers are blessed to have 2 quarterbacks in Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, to where it's like, oh, one's not playing. Okay, we get to see Justin Fields, man. Because of like, if we didn't have Justin Fields out there and say Russell Wilson was hurt and it was like not too much on like Kyle Allen or Ben DiNucci, I don't think we would feel as good about it as we feel with having Justin Fields out there and we get to see him take these reps. Now, I know too, there are plenty of Bears fans out there. There are plenty of fans of other teams who love just trolling the Steelers, who are like, oh, Justin Fields, like he sucks. Like, you guys are doomed if he's the one who's playing. And like, same thing with we're doomed with Russell Wilson, apparently, if you ask other NFL fans. And so, we're just in a very interesting situation at the moment. But in all honesty, in all actuality of it, I really don't think we have to be that concerned. And I also think, and it would be something, man, I'm not gonna lie, like, I am so real with you guys. You guys know I love talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. You guys know I love this team, and I love this team regardless of who's at quarterback, who's on the team, who's our coach, even though I haven't had a different coach other than Mike Tomlin. I got to be honest with you guys. If shit starts getting spooky to where it's like, yo, Justin Fields is actually quarterback number 1, and like Russell Wilson, he's trying to get back into it, that would probably be phenomenal for the channel. I'm not going to lie. That would probably be phenomenal for the views and whatnot. And so, like, in the back of my head, it's like, hey, man, can we have a quarterback controversy real quick? But that's just, that's just the YouTuber side of me. That's just like the content creator side of me. The Pittsburgh Steelers fan of me would love for Russell Wilson to come back, would love for him to, like, get these snaps with the first team, would have him throw some balls to George Pickens, have him throw some balls to Roman Wilson, Calvin Austin, and Van Jefferson, Quez Watkins, all of our wide receivers, and Muse, truth. I would love for, this to actually be coming forward. But this is just the bed we found ourselves in, man. This is the situation that we found ourselves in. As I mentioned earlier, we were just blessed to be able to have Justin Fields also on the roster and on the team. And shout out to Omar Khan, man, for making that happen, bro. Because I did not think we were gonna get both of them, man. I thought it was just gonna be one. I thought Kenny Pickett was still gonna be on the team, and I mentioned this in the last video. But Russell Wilson still out, still not playing. Kenny Pickett would be out there on the Steelers right now, getting some reps in, and maybe, like I said, I think if Justin Fields plays good enough, I think if he looks good enough in this offense, you do kind of have a real battle. Because I think before this all started, before Russell Wilson was missing some time, I think it was just going to be his job regardless, unless he played like absolute ass and Justin Fields was turning up. I think it was going to be his job regardless. But now with Justin Fields playing, man, it could turn into something. It really could. But at this current moment, we'll have to see next week. I don't know the training camp schedule because I assume, maybe they would take some days off. But now it's been like 4 or 5 days straight of these guys just out there. And of course, we got to get back to it. We got to get, some familiarity on the team. We went so long without some football. But you see these injuries, man. Not Troy Fatanu, Isaac Samalu. I believe he is missing today too, with hopefully not an injury, but just like a rest day, because he is kind of up there. We have a young ass team outside of like the Russell Wilsons, Cameron Haywards, Boswell, and Isaac Samalos. We have a young ass team, and so saying T.J. Watt, maybe if you want to call him old, but that's just how young we are. That like a player like T.J. Watt is maybe an old player, and so. Breaks have to happen, but it's just like, damn, we got this shit 5 days straight. But also, too, it is a good, warm up, because we talked about our schedule early on in the season, man. There's a point where we got to play a game on Thursday, come back and play on Sunday, and then fuck it, just because we're the Pittsburgh Steelers and nobody cares about us and we don't need rest, we're going to come back and play that following Monday. All of them are on holidays, too. We're playing on Christmas Eve. We're playing on New Year's. We're playing on fucking Valentine's Day because we're going to be in the Super Bowl. We're playing on St. Patrick's Day because we got to go face Ireland in the international Olympic Games. You know what I'm saying? And so, this is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? This is going to happen with, veteran players. They're going to take some nicks. They're going to take some bruises, and they're going to get some days off. And I think we're just playing it really safe with Russell Wilson right now specifically. I think we're just playing it really safe because, we all know that he's probably going to be the quarterback, right? Like Justin Fields, I talked about, he looks phenomenal. He looks exciting. His running ability is great. But right now, I think if we want to win this season, which I really think, you look at the team, you look at the roster, I really think, one, we can, and two, we're trying to win this season. I think Russell Wilson is going to be that better option. But, it remains to be seen, man, because like I said, Justin Fields is killing shit. So we'll have to see in the future. We'll have to see more as the stories come out, as Russell Wilson gets healthier. We'll have to, actually gauge the situation for now. But like I said, for now, it's big Justin Fields out there. And yeah, and so speaking of big Justin Fields, actually, you know what, here, we have this Russell Wilson video of him throwing. So as you can see, he has his hat on, no helmet, but he has the hat on. Look at him going through the motions, man. Russell Wilson is so inspirational, guys. He really is. I was just saying how I like seeing the number 2 in Justin Fields, man, but I like seeing the number 3 on Russell Wilson. He looks like he's got some weight to him. He's got some muscles to him, man. Look at how he just goes through these reps, bro. I can't wait for Russell Wilson to get back out there, get back healthy. But like I said, for now, it is big Justin Fields out there. And also, too, live on the fly, look at this guy wearing number 18, bro. I don't even know who that is. That could be Ben DiNucci. That could be something. But, man, that is Deontay Johnson, bro. Speaking of Deontay Johnson, I'm not going to pull it up, and I really shouldn't even talk about this because I love Deontay Johnson probably more than some of the people watching this. A lot of Steelers fans didn't like Deontay Johnson. But there were some clips coming out from the Carolina Panthers mini camp, or their training camp going on right now. And I'm sure he had some great throws. I'm sure he had some great catches. I'm sure he was able to get some touchdowns and shit. But the only thing I've seen from Deontay Johnson in that Carolina training camp right now is he has some drops, man. And it's just so sad to see, man, because Deontay Johnson is so good, and we just clown him every time for the drops. The drops, they speak so loud, but when he's playing good, it's quiet. But that's another point. He's on a different team. We're not worried about Deontay Johnson, but it is what it is. I just seeing the number 18, it reminded me. I wanted to talk about it. It's crazy, bro. I talked about this too in my last video about how I'm 24. I'm about to be 25 on Halloween, right? I know, once you're 25, like I said, you're pushing 30. I have seen so many fucking players on this team, bro. I have seen so many different Pittsburgh Steelers that right now I'm watching Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, Kyle Allen, and Ben DiNucci at quarterback, bro. When in reality, it used to just be Big Ben out there, man. It used to be Charlie Batch out there, man. It was even Michael Vick at one point. It was Landry Jones. It was Mason Rudolph. It was Josh Dobbs. What a time. And I can't imagine for some of you guys out there, some of the 40 pluses I always did, the 40 pluses, the 50 pluses, the 60 pluses, the 70 pluses, the 80 pluses, Like, it must be insane for, like, I can't, like, in 20, 40 years, like, I'm going to be watching this team, and I'm probably going to be like you guys, man. I'm like, oh, I miss the Steelers of old, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm probably going to be like that because I am still like that to this day. And it's even with, like I said, with players like Deontay Johnson, where I'm like, man, I really fucked with Deontay. I miss him, man. And I miss the Killer Bees. I miss Vince Williams. I miss Ryan Shazier. I miss Juju even. Like, I miss so many players on the Pittsburgh Steelers. But that's neither here nor there. That's just like a random point I was talking about. Something I wanted to show, as I mentioned it earlier, we had some nice Justin Fields throws over here. This one, I believe, is to big Roman Wilson. As you can see, Justin Fields, he's just, there's not really a real pass rush right there. TJ Watt breaking through. But this was an absolute fucking snag by Roman Wilson right here, and he drops it on him. Big drop. Oh, that is not a fumble, guys. We need to relax. But you can see he's cooking him, man. Like, this is a good play right here, too, because you can see, I think that's George Pickens right here. George Pickens, he takes his corner. We're in man coverage. George Pickens, he takes his corner with him, and so it's one-on-one with Roman Wilson. And Roman Wilson, we've seen in college too. This guy is a big contested catch maker. We've seen him. He balled out at Michigan, and like people were sleeping on him. People were saying we need to get another wide receiver. But this guy, he can win in one-on-one situations, man. He can really do it. And I can't see who's covering him right there. You can see Minka also rolling over, giving some pressure. Is that Jalen Warren, number 30? I know it's obviously not Jalen Warren, but it's number 30, man. But you can see Roman Wilson's able to make the catch with Minka there, with the defender there. Like, it's just a big play. And I flip-flop on this all the time. I say, like, I love the players that we have now. We don't need to trade for a wide receiver. And then I'm like, oh, we do need to trade for a wide receiver because we got to capitalize on this moment. But I am so excited to see how Roman Wilson plays. I am so excited to see maybe Calvin Austin get some redemption. And you know what too, and this is once again a random subtopic, but like, what are we, 12 minutes into this video right now? If you guys are still here, you care about this. You guys care about my commentary and whatnot. Bruh. When I tell you the Pittsburgh Steelers and my account on TikTok be getting lit the fuck up whenever I'm like, yo, I like the Steelers, man. I believe in this team. Instantly comments, the Steelers suck. All this to go 9-8, blah, 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 blah. You guys are so mid. Like, literally, I would say it is like 85 to 15, if that is the correct math. It is 85% haters and 15% supporters on TikTok, man. Not to say that it stops me. I'm just, I'm letting you guys know, like, my situation, my analysis of the situation, right? And the reason why I brought this up is because, bruh, when I tell you these people hate Van Jefferson, man, I had no idea it was this serious when I'm like, yo, Van Jefferson, like, he could play really well for us. No, man, these Rams fans, these Ravens fans, wherever the hell Van Jefferson came from, not too much on Van Jefferson, maybe even Chicago, like, whatever team he used to be on, bro, he did a number on their fan base because they do not fuck with Van Jefferson whatsoever. And maybe the Eagles too, I don't know, but man, like, they do not care about Van Jefferson whatsoever. And so, like, I'm hyping up Quez Watkins, Calvin Austin, Van Jefferson, George Pickens, like, I'm hyping up all these guys. But I just think it's so funny, like, when I'm like, oh, because I posted, it was like that, what was it? It was like a deep throw. It was like, just kind of like a streak, and Van Jefferson caught it. I'm like, oh, in a real situation, this is a touchdown, just creating content, joking a little bit, biased a little bit. I'm a Steelers fan, right? So I get that off, and then I'm telling you, man, like, go follow my TikTok. Maybe I link it if you guys have a TikTok. But like I said, a lot of 40, 50, 60, 70 pluses. You guys shouldn't be on TikTok. No offense. Like, save that for me. But, if you do have a TikTok, follow me on there. Anyway, though, I posted that, and like I said, just lit the fuck up with Van Jefferson haters. Like, these guys, they do not like Van Jefferson, man. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I don't know what happened, but I thought that was interesting. But all of that to say, I am excited to see the receivers we have, and we don't need it. We really don't need to make a trade, especially when I start seeing other people saying it. I'm like, man, I'll take Van Jefferson. I'll take Van Jefferson over fucking Justin Jefferson right now. Who got the better Jefferson, us or Minnesota? I think it's us, but I'm excited to see all of our pieces. I'm excited to see all of our weapons. Absolutely too. I didn't really mention this, and how much time am I going to spend on this one play? But this is a beautiful ball by Justin Fields, and this is what I talked about with him getting these reps and he's getting these looks at the number one quarterback string. Like, maybe, just maybe he turns this into a controversy, bro. Maybe, just maybe he does, because this is beautiful. This is beautiful placement. He only, he allows the receiver to make a play. He allows Roman Wilson to make a play on it. Just a phenomenal throw out of Justin Fields, bro. And then, in a clean pocket, a perfect pocket, just a phenomenal throw. And like, this is like, people say Justin Fields can't throw at all. And so I'm not hearing that, oh, it's just practice. I'm not hearing this. I'm not hearing that, because you guys know it too. If you're a hater out there, if you're a Justin Fields hater out there, you be getting these Justin Fields can't throw at all takes off. You know you be doing it. And so when he does have a good throw, when he does have a nice throw, I'm going to acknowledge it, because if I don't, then Justin Fields can't throw and he sucks, and the Steelers are going to go 9-8, and Van Jefferson sucks, and Quez Watkins. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so every time it happens, I got to mention it. Also, too, speaking of that, we seen a good throw from Justin Fields and a good play by Roman Wilson. Let's watch Joey Porter Jr. have a nice pass breakup, man. Top cornerback in the league, our #1 cornerback right there. It's like he able to make a good pass breakup right there. And like I said, this defense, bro, I'm so excited. You know what? All of our hopes, all of our dreams are on this offense playing better. And the defense, like we kind of know, the defense, we kind of understand that, you know, they're already a top defense. They're already a Super Bowl defense, low-key. And like our offense can just get it together. We're going to be a really formidable team. But it is very cool seeing the young players like be able to do their thing. It is very cool to see the young players like Joey Porter Jr. who are banking on low-key. We're banking on Joey Porter Jr. being a guy. And also live on the fly too, because I really don't be watching these videos like before. I just kind of like, I collect them and I'm like, okay, I'll show this on the video. I'll show that on the video. I can see right now, I can't tell. That's Alex Highsmith right there. I believe this is Darnell Washington on him. Like, bro, Darnell Washington is so fucking good, man. He really is. Like, look at it. He just gets him out of the play right there. And I think TJ Watt's on that other side. And of course, this is training camp where no one's trying to really get the quarterback right now. But it's cool to see Darnell Washington kind of push Alex Highsmith out of the way. He kind of gets him off his ground. And people are sleeping on us, man. People are really sleeping on us, bro. Like, we have players like Darnell Washington who really doesn't even catch the ball, but he just be blocking. And it's just like, bro, we got weapons everywhere, man. We really do. We have so many good players on this team. I love every single Pittsburgh Steeler. But yeah, like I said, just a nice pass breakup by Joey Porter Jr. It's really cool to see this. I've been waiting all year. I've been waiting all offseason for these kind of videos to come out. I don't know. Who's that running back right there? Is that Jalen Warren? It could be Naj. I don't know. I also see Big Dan Moore on the field, bro. Big Dan Moore, like I mentioned it numerous times, this guy Dan Moore cannot stay on the bench, bro. This guy loves playing football. It is what it is. Shout out to Dan Moore. I think I have one more play up here too, perhaps. I don't have one more play. Okay, there was like a play to Connor Hayward that I wanted to show, but I just don't have it up right now, and it's cool. Connor Hayward, he's the best player on our team, Loki. He's the best player on our offense. Big Swiss Army knife, big fucking tactical weapon, Connor Hayward. And if I hope other fans aren't watching this, because I'm gonna say something that other fans may use and tell their team to kind of tone in on. But if Connor Hayward is on the field, ladies and gentlemen, he's getting the ball. You know, Steelers fans, like if you want to predict it, if you see Connor Hayward out there and you can, like, you know, do some bets real quick, you know, live on the fly, live betting. If you see Connor Hayward out there, whatever, he's getting the ball. So like if it's maybe his receiving yards, maybe it's his rushing yards, maybe it's this, maybe it's his reception prop bet. Whenever you see Connor Hayward on the field, he's gonna get the fucking ball. And so like I would quickly get out that phone and, you know, lay down that bet, because I'm telling you, man, Connor Hayward is out there, he's getting the ball. The last thing I wanted to talk about though in this video, and I apologize, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm like borderline sick right now, man. It's kind of pissing me off. My throat is like is killing me right now. Pause. I'm feeling some like nasal congestion and shit. It is just ridiculous, right? But the last thing I wanted to talk about, if you guys know me, I am the biggest Jalen Warren fan probably to ever exist. I genuinely feel like I willed this guy into existence, low-key. Like, not really, because of course it's all on him, but I just remember me talking about Jalen Warren and like it wasn't serious. It wasn't like a real thing. People were not treating it like a real thing because, you know, Naj. We love Naj, right? Like, and I get it. Najee Harris is lit. But Jalen Warren, bro, like the progression this guy has had year in and year out, every year he gets better. And this season, you know, we talked about maybe Najee Harris not getting that fifth-year option or whatever. And, you know, are we going to pay him? Are we not going to pay him? We have to pay a quarterback still. We potentially have to pay, you know, a Brandon Ayuk if we get him. You know, there are people we have to pay. And so maybe Najee Harris ends up leaving in free agency or whatever. Maybe we don't re-sign him, right? And I love Naj, and I wish he could stay on the team forever. I genuinely do that. For as much as I, you know, criticize and as much as I big up Jalen Warren, like I really do want Najee Harris to stay on the Steelers. I don't want to see him on a different team. However, man, Jalen Warren might need that 60%, bro. He really might need that 60% of the 60-40 split, man, because and shout out to my brother, Cedric. If you're out there, man, if you're still watching this is between me and you, bro. At one point, you were like, yo, shouldn't Jalen Warren, like, be the first and second down guy and the Najee Harris come and pick up like the third yard or the third down, the third and short? Like, shouldn't he do that? Doesn't that make perfect sense? It does make perfect sense, Cedric. You were spitting. It does make perfect sense. Maybe Jalen Warren should be that lead back. The only thing I can think of is like, you know, Najee Harris with his running style, and he's strong as hell. He's also slimmed down, so maybe he's a little faster. I don't think I've seen a single Najee Harris clip now that I'm thinking about it. Where the hell is Naj? Anyway, Like, so maybe Najee Harris, him starting it out, because like he's hitting you with ferocity. He's hitting you with like 10-pound dumbbells. You know what I'm saying? He's just running straight at you. And so like maybe that sets it up for Jaylen Warren on third down to just come bursting through. And so on 3rd and 2, like we're not looking to get 2 yards. We're looking to get 15 yards because we got Jaylen Warren out there. That's a real situation too. But I do think it makes sense for Jaylen to kind of come in on the early downs, you know, pick up some yards, pick up some yak, and then Najee Harris comes in and clean it up. I think that makes sense. But I also too, I do love the split. I really think the Najee Harris, Jaylen Warren split is a real thing. I just would love to see Jaylen Warren on the field more and more and more, man. That's all. I want to see Jaylen Warren play, and it's biased because Jaylen is probably my second favorite player behind Boswell, and it's only because I wasn't making videos at this point. If you watched my there was like a game I reacted to. It was against Baltimore, and like I had game clips of it. I'm a big Chris Boswell fan, and I just remember back in like I think it was like 2014 when Josh Scobie fucking committed terroristic acts to make us lose a game once. Like, I remember us getting Boswell and he was nailing kicks, and I was like, bro, this guy is so important. I never realized how important a kicker was until fucking 14-year-old Isaiah, or however old I was pretty young, still teenager though. Like I never thought about how important a kicker can be until I watched Josh Scobie absolutely just fucking lose us a game against the Baltimore Ravens, man. I never realized it. And so seeing Boswell come in and like nail these kicks, right? And I was like, yo, this is my guy. I love Boswell. And he was eating too. He was like really killing. And I'm like, yo, this is like the best kicker in the league. Nobody was saying it. Nobody. Chris Boswell did not start getting recognition until 2017. When he got named as a killer bee, bro. He was not getting recognition. But if you know me in real life, if I wasn't making the videos back then, but if you know me in real life, you know I was big up in Boswell since the moment this dude hit the Steelers like organization. You know it, right? And so that same kind of like opinion, I'm telling you guys, and I was making videos at this point about Jaylen Warren. If you, maybe it's on this channel, maybe it's on Ascent Sports, maybe I'll link it, right? But if you guys go back and watch, this is before. I swear to God, man, too. Like, this is before anybody was talking about Jaylen Warren getting some real snaps, and Najee Harris was getting like these one yard punt. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody was talking about, yo, Jaylen Warren is ripping 7 yards per carry, but we're just Naj. Like, nobody was talking about it except for me, bro. And I will stand on that. I will absolutely stand on that. What does that mean? Nothing. But it's just more about my personal pride. It's more about my personal vendetta. It's more about, you know, me just being like, oh, I just know everything about the Steelers and I'm so smart. I really don't, but you know, so I gotta have some self-confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need it, man. I got a tough work week coming up, man. So I gotta be right about something. And I was right about Jaylen Warren, and you all know it, man. I was right about Jaylen Warren. And this guy, Jaylen Warren, to me, is damn near the best running back in the league. 1 week later, 2 weeks later, however long ago it was, I'm still taking Jaylen Warren over Derrick Henry today. You know, and this is like making things hard for Najee Harris. Like, this is like a clickbaity kind of thing. Shout out to the Steelers Wire, because of course we're not gonna fucking like bench Najee Harris. That's never gonna happen. But the split. There is a real case to be made that Jaylen Warren should get more snaps than Najee Harris. Najee Harris, I'm sorry, I love you. It's just, I explained it. Jaylen Warren, like, he's just my favorite player, man. Najee Harris has way more fans than Jaylen Warren does. I think I've seen a lot of 22 jerseys. I've seen a lot of Naj defenders. Like, he doesn't need me. He doesn't need me to meet ride like this. And so, you know, Naj, I am gonna let you rock, but I'm telling you, man, Jaylen Warren, bro, he is a guy. He is special, and I just love him. But I love all the Pittsburgh Steelers, so it is what it is. It's like a parent with their kids. Like, which kid is my favorite? They have a favorite. Mind you, parents, they have a favorite. I see you out there. I see you. You guys have a favorite, right? But you never say it. You never admit it, right? You never say it out loud, and so I understand that. And so I love all my Pittsburgh Steelers, and I love them all equally. You know, so it is what it is. Anyways, guys, that's really all I have to talk about. The training camp is happening like literally right now as we speak. But I wanted to, not only because, you know, I just love talking about the Steelers, man. I cannot stop talking about the Steelers, right? But I also, too, I wanted to get off a video like in the beginning of the day, because it's fucking 3 p.m., you know what I'm saying? I'm so washed up. But, you know, I wanted to get out a video at like relevant time with the sun up, because the last like maybe 2 or 3 uploads have been at fucking 1 in the morning because I've had work and, you know, things have been happening. I had to get a video out, you know? So, if you guys enjoyed, definitely be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. Once again, you know, to self-promote, if you guys want to support the channel even more, you know, become a member, and, you know, just shout out to, oh man, I just can't believe it, bro. Like, we're dead ass about to be at 700 subscribers, and then 300 more. I'm going to have to change my whole fucking intro. What is the next goal after 1,000? And mind you, I haven't even hit 700 yet, but like, what is the next goal after 1,000? Do we go for 10? That'll take, I think maybe 5,000. I think maybe 5,000 will be it. But anyways, we'll see what happens. You know, that is a future topic for a future time. Too long, didn't watch the video. You skipped to the end of it. Should we be concerned about Russell Wilson? No, but you know, maybe I would say maybe 90% unconcerned, but that 10% is getting louder and louder every day. Tomorrow, if Russell Wilson doesn't practice, it goes to 80-20. If he doesn't practice again, it goes to 70-30. If he doesn't practice, you know what I'm saying? Like the more time goes on, the more Justin Fields is able to get familiar with the team, the more concerned we have to be about Russ. But for right now, today, we don't have to be concerned. You know, we don't have to be. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to get out of here. I'm the worst outro ever. I just can't. And, you know, it's 3 p.m. You know, I can actually have a day. Normally, it's like I make these videos, edit them, and I got to go to sleep, right? I have my whole day ahead of me. So, you know, hopefully you guys have a good day out there. Happy Sunday. Good luck with the week. I will see you guys probably on Monday, probably on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because, you know, we're big Steelers fans. Anyway, this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers. I'm getting out of here. Peace out.